Hi, my name is Lisa Bueno, and I'm a candidate for Macomb County Commissioner, District 11. This commission seat is currently open as the previous commissioner, Mai Song, was recently elected state representative. I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Warren. I graduated from Warren High School, which today is our community center, and went on to earn my Bachelor of Science degree in nursing from Oakland University. I worked 10 years at Beaumont Royal Oak in several different floors, from ICU to labor and delivery to the emergency room. My favorite was labor and delivery, as I enjoyed helping families during this time. Currently, I'm the Chief Operating Officer of a benefit management company that manages home medical equipment benefits for health plans. In this role, I oversee various departments and utilize my background in nursing to ensure people obtain medically necessary equipment and can maintain independence in their home. Outside of work, I like to volunteer at a no-kill animal shelter located in Warren called I Heart Dog Rescue. As a registered nurse, serving and uplifting our community is not just my passion, but part of my DNA. This commitment to service took me to Lansing, where I served 6 years as state representative. Some of my proudest accomplishments were being named Legislator of the Year by the Michigan Sheriff's Association, Friend of Nursing recognition, and having several key pieces of legislation signed into law, such as a 24-hour nursing home hotline, and also bringing $20 additional million for the city of Warren. Now I'm running for county commissioner as my heart remains committed to public service and helping our community. I believe that I'm the best candidate and most qualified individual for this position, as I know firsthand how to work with federal, state, local government officials to bring real positive results to District 11, just as I did as state representative. My agenda as your next county commissioner is clear. Secure adequate funding for crucial county programs like our health department, including mental health care services, Meals on Wheels, our Martha T. Berry Care Facility, senior services, veterans programs, and advancing clean water initiatives that address PFAS contamination in Lake St. Clair. I have been endorsed by labor organizations such as the AFL-CIO, Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters, and Plumbers Local 98. I've also been endorsed by Planned Parenthood, Femmes for Dems, and recognized as the Gun Sense candidate by Moms Demand Action. Over the next few months, I look forward to meeting many of you as I conduct my door-to-door campaign, listening to your ideas and concerns for our district representation. As such, I hope to earn your support and your vote for Lisa Bueno as your next county commissioner in District 11. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Megan Cola. I'm running as a write-in candidate for Macomb County Commission in District 5 in the upcoming Democratic primary election. And I know your first thought is, why am I running as a write-in campaign? And that would be my first question as well. Unfortunately, the Democrat that filed to run for the seat withdrew the day of the filing deadline and refiled as a Republican. That left District 5 with no Democratic candidate and the nearly 11,000 voters that voted for a Democrat in 2022 without a representative choice in this election. And this is exactly the type of political game that I vowed to take a stand against. Within a week, I had filed my declaration of intent as a write-in candidate, and now I'm asking for your help to get my name on the general ballot for November. I've spent nearly 10 years fighting for victims of gross negligence and auto accidents as a personal injury paralegal. My husband has proudly run his own small business right here in Macomb County for the last 8 years, and we're raising our 2 small children right here in Sterling Heights. I strongly believe that every working family just like mine deserves a representative voice in local government, and that's why I think you deserve a county commissioner who's going to be committed to getting that newly married family who thought they did everything right but just can't find an affordable starter home a chance at setting down roots. Your veteran neighbor who gave their all for this country access to quality care. And those suffering with mental health, access to affordable healthcare options. We all deserve safe and in-repair roads to drive on, and most importantly, our children deserve a better world to grow up in. And that is why I'm running this campaign, for my children and for yours. How can they flourish if we can't? And that's why it's time to stop with the political games and stop pushing political candidates who say they're for the middle class but have never lived that life themselves. I believe that it's time for a representative who is an everyday voice for everyday families. So write in Megan Cola on August 6th or sooner by absentee to take back your choice and your voice. Thank you.
Hi, I'm State Representative Mike McFall, and I'm running for re-election in the House District 14, which includes Centerline, Hazel Park, most of Madison Heights, and a portion of Warren. I'm running on my record. My record is a strong, people-centered, worker-centered record, from repealing right to work to help our unions, to repealing the pension tax to help our seniors, and bringing back over $83 million for infrastructure and community projects in our district. I'm asking for your vote on August 6th. Thank you. I'm Mike McFall.
Hi, my name is Michelle Nard. I'm running for County Commissioner for District 12. Specific accomplishments during my tenure include spearheading resolutions on school safety and financial literacy, securing grants for vital projects like the Mound Road Project, 8 Mile Road, 10 Mile Road, and a few other roads, Ryan Road also. I plan to address the issue of crumbling infrastructure by prioritizing revitalization efforts and advocating for strategic investments in roads, bridges, and utilities. I understand the complexities of infrastructure projects and have a proven record of delivering results to our district. I've taken several measures to ensure transparency and accountability in government spending, including advocating for open, accountable budgeting practices and supporting initiatives that promote fiscal responsibility. I've taken several measures to ensure transparency and accountability in government spending. I have a history of working across party lines to support bipartisan initiatives that benefit our community, such as advocating for tax dollars to be brought back to Macomb County and supporting initiatives to improve transportation and traffic safety. My opponent's lack of experience in governance questions the ability to effectively collaborate and deliver results in bipartisan manners. I prioritize mental health services and support for our veterans and residents with disabilities by advocating for expanded access to care and resources. I have worked to strengthen networks to support and address the unique needs of these populations. When I talk about experience in meetings, like standing at the gas pump and feeling the weight of tough financial choices, it's because I want everybody to know that I understand the everyday challenges you're facing, because I've been there too. Since I've been commissioner, I've managed to become vice chair of a great organization called SIMCOC, the Southeastern Michigan Council of Governments. This organization brings in grants totaling millions of dollars, and I've tried to advocate to bring that to Warren and to Centerline, as well as other cities in Macomb County. I will continue to do this as I continue to make my move for a third term. So I want you to remember, on August 6th, vote for Michelle Nard, your tried, true, and trusted, experienced County Commissioner for District 12. Thank you.
Hi, I'm P.M. Clark. I'm here with Tiffany Tilley. She's running for the U.S. Congress, District 10, and this isn't the first time you've run before.
No, I currently serve as the co-vice president of the State Board of Education. I ran in 2018 on the Democratic ticket under Governor Whitmer. I received almost 1.8 million votes, over 126,000 out of the district, beating out both Republicans in a year where you had to go down ballot to vote for me.
That sounds like you did a good job.
Thank you. I worked very hard. I have served as leadership in the Democratic Party for a very long time. I've been advocating for over 20 years for our communities, and I fought on many different social justice issues, and I've helped to do a lot to bring in, I've used community and economic development, real estate development, and nonprofit leadership to bring in millions of dollars into Southeastern Michigan to help our families, our students, our seniors, and low income.
Certainly
families.
sounds like you're well qualified.
Thank you.
Okay, what are your plans if you get elected? What are your core issues?
So our top 3 priorities are women's rights, education, and the economy. We know that women's rights got hit really hard with Roe v. Wade being overturned. And then we see what's happening in different states like Ohio, South Carolina, Texas, where mothers are miscarrying and they're trying to put them in jail, where there are elected officials who've brought forth legislation to do the death penalty on women. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen in Michigan, and I want to be a fighter in DC, in Washington, for women, not only in our district, but around the country.
They grow the law of the land.
Yes.
Okay.
And also education. I've worked very hard in education. I have fought for foster youth. I have helped to make systemic changes for foster youth. When I found out a couple of years ago, and I had been helping foster youth for over a decade, I found out a couple of years ago that when they are in congregate care facilities, by law, they were given classes, of course, but those classes did not have to count towards graduation. They weren't credit bearing. So they may be in a facility for years, and they enroll in high school, they think they're a senior, they find out they're a freshman. And so I fought to get policies changed, worked with MDE, worked with MDHHS, worked with the foundation, brought them together so they can work on getting those policies changed. I took those kids around to the Democratic Party convention and took them caucus by caucus, district meetings, and gave them my time on the mic as an elected official so that they can speak out. And we alerted everyone. We let elected officials know, activists know, educators know, union leaders know what was going on, the issue with our foster youth. 39% of their population was graduating, where the general population graduates at 80%.
Wow.
And so now, since that work has happened, 44% are graduating. The numbers are changing, they're creeping up. And the law has been changed. We worked with State Rep Stephanie Young, and now I'm happy to say that this year the law has been changed. So now every class that they take has to count towards their graduation.
Good thing. Good thing.
And then of course the economy. We all care about jobs. We all care about businesses, our small businesses in our community. I want to fight for our small businesses. I want to fight for our citizens. I want to make sure that we have a strong economy and that we have the resources that we need. I will work to bring in small business grants, loans, funding for organizations, nonprofit organizations that need funding, and make sure that they know where the resources are and that I can connect them. My office will be a great resource for our citizens and our small businesses.
Well, Tiffany, I thank you for telling us what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good day, Macomb County citizens. My name is David Adams, and I'm honored to stand before you today as a Democratic candidate for the position of Macomb County Clerk and Register of Deeds. I'm a lifelong Macomb County resident and a United States Army veteran. I come from a background deeply rooted in public service to our community and to our nation. And for the last 23 years, I've dedicated myself to educating the future of Macomb County as a public school history teacher, playing an important role in nurturing democracy. I've done this by empowering our young citizens with the knowledge of their constitutional rights right here in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Many of you in the community know me as your child's world history teacher, Mr. Adams. But beyond my personal journey, I'm here today as a candidate for Macomb County Clerk and Register of Deeds because I believe in the power of democracy. I believe that every voice matters and that it's the duty of our elected officials to ensure that every citizen has the opportunity to participate in our democratic process. As your county clerk, I will work tirelessly to uphold the principles of fairness, transparency, and accessibility in our elections. I will fight to protect the right to vote for all eligible citizens, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic status. I will continue to efficiently dedicate our county resources to modernizing our voting infrastructure to make it easier for all eligible citizens to cast their vote while maintaining the strictest oversight of the electoral process. But my commitment to democracy won't stop at the ballot box. As county clerk, I will also be a champion for open and transparent government. I will work to make government records more accessible to the public and to ensure that our county government operates with integrity and accountability. My service in the military and my experience as a public school teacher has instilled in me a deep sense of duty, honor, and commitment to our American democracy. Public service is an integral component of my everyday life, and with resilience and dedication, I promise to tackle the challenges facing our county. I will always prioritize collaboration across party lines, engaging with experts, stakeholders, and constituents to pursue policies that benefit all Macomb County citizens. I'm running for county clerk because I believe that we can do better. I believe that together we can build a more inclusive and equitable democracy, but I can't do this alone. I need your support, your ideas, and your voices to help me bring about the change that our county clerk's office deserves. So I ask for your trust, your partnership, and your vote on August 6th. Select a vet and vote David Adams for Macomb County Clerk. Or contact my campaign at adamsforcountyclerk@gmail.com or call me at 586-873-9058. I'd be happy to speak with you personally. Thank you. God bless the citizens of Macomb County, and God bless the United States of America.
Hi, I'm Christina Hines, and I'm running for Macomb County Prosecutor. For the last 10 years, I've been a child abuse and sexual assault prosecutor. I've worked with the FBI on human trafficking cases around the state, and I've worked with the Michigan State Police to protect kids online, which is one of the fastest growing crimes in our country. I want to do this work, the work of protecting our families, our values, and our freedom. I want to lead the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office with integrity, and I want to make sure that everyone in our community is safe. Vote for Christina Hines in November.
Hello, Roseville, Warren, St. Clair Shores. I'm Patricia Johnson Singleton. I'm a lifetime Michigander, but more importantly, I'm an independent thinker, and I'm not required to follow any special interest agendas. Please vote for me on August 6th. I'd like to be your next state representative. I'd like to read to you the following to make sure I don't leave out any details. I've been working in the community for decades to make the quality of life better for all generations. Please visit my website, patriciaformi.com, for more details on my platform. I refuse to spend thousands of dollars campaigning when that money can help the woman I saw curled up in the fetal position in front of the Walmart on Gratiot at 12 Mile. I currently am a caregiver for the mentally disabled and a substitute teacher. I was informed during my recipient rights training on May 24th that the Michigan Mental Health Code has not been revised since 1991. This means audio and video cameras are still prohibited in AFC homes, that's adult foster care homes. I saw photos of deplorable living conditions and bodily injuries caused by aggressive staff that will reduce you to tears. Once elected, I will prioritize drafting a bill to revise that code. A Macomb County principal recently shared that the substitute teacher-student ratio is 1 substitute teacher per 100 students during recess. That is an unsafe ratio. More paraprofessionals need to be hired because they add value inside and outside the classroom. The Michigan Supreme Court rejected approving the $15 minimum wage increase due to a language loophole. Fix the language. Lansing is filled with educated, experienced lawmakers, but when you're working on the battlefield like I am, you'll witness other vulnerable constituents who need that spotlight. A state rep recently drafted House Bill 5803, which is a companion bill to Senate Bill 911. This will filter money from the already underfunded Teachers Pension Fund. The Teachers Pension Fund has been underfunded by $29 billion for years. That should be a major priority and corrected immediately. Candidates are asked a plethora of questions, one being, what ideas do you have to retain talent in residency? The Generation Alphas and Millennials that I speak with, they're threatening to leave Michigan due to a projected pension deficit. Their concerns matter to me. The Latin term on Michigan's flag reads E pluribus unum. That means one out of many. I strongly believe this is my time to be your one voice. I also believe that there should be a cap on how often a candidate can run for re-election. My rationale is we all have ideals that can promote positive change. Thank you for your time and your vote.
My name is Matthew Churchwell. I'm running for Macomb County Treasurer. My dad was an Army helicopter pilot. My mom was a Marine. Service is in my blood. When I was 5 and my brother was 4, he was diagnosed with autism. We lost the house seeking that diagnosis. We moved to St. Clair Shores. We lived in a hotel for a couple of months and we found a house in St. Clair Shores after my dad found a job. After a couple of years, we moved up to 21 in Gratiot when Hall Road was still 2 lanes. Fairchild was still a dirt road. But 2007, like a lot of kids in my generation, I moved away. I went to college on the East Coast. I worked out on the East Coast. I worked my way up in local politics in Pennsylvania, all the way up to presidential politics. Worked motorcade, 2016 campaign, shoulder to shoulder with Secret Service, all over the country, making sure the President of the United States, former President of the United States, secretaries, all made it to where they were going safe and sound. After that, I went and worked for the world's largest law firm. I did mergers and acquisitions as an analyst around the world, namely 6 in the United States. Doubled the size of the United States for the world's largest law firm, became one of the largest law firms in the United States, worked my way up to the chief of staff role. I got my MBA at nights. But my wife walked into the living room one day, told me that we were expecting our first daughter, and a month later, I was back in Southeast Michigan. I was back in St. Clair Shores, where I grew up. Because there's no better place in the world than Macomb County to raise a family, and I believe that. And unlike me, I want my daughter to stay in Macomb County. I want her to be invested in the future. I don't want her to seek what might be greener pastures somewhere else on the East Coast, on the West Coast. I want her to stay, raise her family in Macomb County next to me. I'm invested in the long-term future and the success of the county. When I was growing up, I grew up with my brother. I worked in the disabled community quite a bit. I know better than a lot of people what it's like to be dealt a tough hand by no fault of your own. It used to be families could get a good union job, raise their family, make sure their kids were taken care of, have great benefits, have a pension. Today, I think we all are touched by people in the community who are working their tails off, 2 jobs, no benefits, trying to take care of families that look just like mine. And that's why I'm running for office. I'm running to fight for those good union jobs. I'm running to fight for those families. So when you go to the ballot box in November, I want you to vote Matthew Thomas Churchwell for treasurer, because I'm here to fight for the families of Macomb County.
Hello, my name is Tyler Fox and I'm a candidate for Michigan's 57th House District. So excited to be here speaking with you all today. The 57th House District covers everything in West Sterling Heights, everything west of Van Dyke, and everything in Troy east of John R. Road, including a precinct of Madison Heights in the northeast corner. I'm running on a platform that kind of centers around my story and how I ended up here in front of you all today. First off, I am a stroke survivor. I had 3 strokes when I was 20 years old, so I am fighting to make healthcare more affordable and accessible for folks. Particularly, I'm looking to see if we can eliminate medical debt in the state of Michigan by emulating programs that Oakland County has been running for the past couple years. Second off, my wife and I are looking to have kids in the next little bit here, so I'm looking to address the high child care costs in our state. I want to see if we can pass universal parental leave and try to subsidize child care to create overnight and infant care options for folks. Next, I am sick and tired of my power going out, and I'm assuming a lot of you out there are as well. I'm running to try to secure solid investments in our electric infrastructure and tell DTE that we're not going to let them keep raising our rates until they give us a better service. Finally, I am running to increase accessibility to housing in the state of Michigan, specifically pushing for missing middle single-family ranch homes and the kind of homes that are available to both first-time home buyers and folks who are just looking to downsize and stay in the communities they've lived in their whole life. So as for a little bit about me before I decided to run, I'm currently on the Planning Commission for the City of Troy, where I'm already fighting for housing affordability and power reliability. And yeah, so I very much appreciate it. I will be on the ballot August 6th. There's 2 weekends of early voting ahead of time, so very much would appreciate your consideration. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
My name is Ben Warjada. I'm running for Macomb County Commissioner here in District 6. That's the east half of Sterling Heights, pretty much everything east of Van Dyke Avenue. And I am running because as a proud labor organizer and a lifelong resident of Macomb County, I am proud to be running on the values that my parents and my grandparents instilled in me. This, as well as my involvement in pushes for labor rights, environmental protections, support for working families, senior service funding, and so much more, these are what will guide me as I represent the residents of my district. I helped my mom care for my grandfather for 8 years, and I got to witness firsthand what challenges that Macomb County seniors and family caregivers are struggling with. I got to see what it's like to fight with Medicare and Medicaid, the VA, the doctors, the insurance companies. I saw it all. And I'm committed to doing everything that I can to making caring for a loved one easier and safer here in Macomb County. If elected, I've got 3 major priorities. Number 1, I want to protect our seniors. Supporting families is my number 1 priority. From my experience helping my mom care for my grandfather, and my time as a direct care worker, I've seen where the system works, I've seen where it's failing, and I've seen where we need to communicate better. Secondly, I'm looking to expand on building family-focused housing. Family values start with making sure families can stay together. And that starts by creating housing opportunities for first-time homebuyers, as well as seniors looking to safely downsize and still get to stay in the communities that they know and love. Nobody should have to leave the communities they know and love because they can't find housing. And finally, I'm looking to invest heavily into public safety. We must fully fund and staff our police, fire, and EMS services, as well as our 911 dispatch. These first responders deserve living, thriving wages. There should never be any question if we are funding 911 services, but the Incumbent Commission has elected to do just that, gamble with our public safety. And with me as your county commissioner, I can promise you that all of our 911 services will be fully funded, our seniors will be protected, and we will have housing for our children and our grandchildren so that our families stay together. Thank you so much. Have a great day.